Yo, you tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Hey, happy West Coast Wednesday.
Whoop, whoop.
Woo woo. Sorry for the delay, everyone.
We had
But-
some distractions around the studio today.
Yeah,
Welcome to episode 158.
Distraction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Girl Chat Sports here. Mo and Mel.
So here, let's break it real quick. There was another guest I was trying to work on, but
Next.
listen, she had pre-planned this entire episode for it to be like the resurrection of the Niners and Seahawks Monday Night Football
Long
game.
overdue that we have all of us in the
We
studio
haven't
at once.
been.
Because we haven't been.
I'm usually out of town.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you guys are filling
I'm
in.
glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned it. Thanks.
And sometimes I'm out of town a lot too.
Right.
I'm leaning toward her, bro.
It's totally working out. It's totally working out in our favor right now.
Yes,
But we thank you for joining in. If you
I
are
do.
joining in, make sure that you are sharing. Start a
Please
watch
share.
party.
Please
Yeah.
share.
Let us know. Tag the guys. Let the ball bounce. Tag
And
Girl
call
Chat
in
Sports.
on this call.
Gosh.
702-608-3259. Number on the screen. Do it.
Make it
It's
happen.
easy. So before we get into the reason we have the gents in today, we'll just cover a few of the little things that's going around in our lovely city of Las Vegas. Mind you that the weather was 75 degrees today, which I'm still
It's crazy weather
loving.
today.
Like
Insane.
it's really, really great weather. The Knights have a game tonight at 7
Yes.
o'clock against the Chicago Blackhawks at T-Mobile. So
Gotta get back on track.
They
man.
gotta get back on
Dude's been
track.
tripping lately. Bro.
Yeah.
They took 3 down
Three
out.
in a row they've lost.
Yeah, so they come back tonight, then they go to LA Friday, then they're
Right.
back home for a good 4 games.
Yes, they got a 4-game home
And
set.
Alex Tuck is supposed to be back tonight.
Oh, okay. Any new patches that we know about?
Nope. The next patch is Wild Bill, and
Oh,
he is,
okay.
I think, the 23rd.
All right.
So,
Head over to your local Smith's. Try to get that patch early.
and they've been going like hotcakes.
Yeah.
Fast.
Yeah. It's the ladies.
I can't even.
I don't know if it's the guys so much as the ladies. They're making some cool jackets. If you ever seen them on Etsy, they're pretty dope out there. And some of them are selling some of these patches too. But still a good look.
I remember that episode you guys had the
VGK ladies.
VGK lady.
Yeah,
that was
that
pretty
was a good
dope,
look.
man.
Yeah,
that
we
was
love
pretty
that.
awesome.
That was
man.
man.
That was dope.
And they
Shout
still
out
got
to
and they still
them.
got a bunch of stuff that's going on. They've got a holiday party coming up in December,
Okay.
like a craft kind of come get all your VGK gear, whatever.
I may have to go attend that one because I've been working on my jacket. I
Yeah.
painted it, and then I need the back done, and then I need some patches. So
Still
I
trying
got one
to
too.
add some VGK to my man cave right now.
you have to. They're
Yeah, there's a
Vegas
little
born
too
and
much
raised.
Niner stuff going
Hey,
on.
Well, see, my backdrop.
I've only seen
Braves.
the pictures,
See,
but
I got my
you know,
backdrop with the Braves,
Yeah, I saw
Niners
that.
and the Lakers. and
I'll bring
on
a
my-
couple
on my
12
banner.
flags if I ever come.
No,
know
you
what I mean?
won't.
No,
Not allowed.
No, no,
okay.
no
Couple,
other flags
some
allowed.
Jordan
No
memorabilia.
flags.
Can we
No.
get some Jordan memorabilia?
Sure,
Okay.
absolutely.
As a Laker fan?
You can.
I mean, if I own the sneakers, I might as well
Absolutely,
have.
you
You
can.
know, I
You can
mean,
bring all the Jordan gear you like.
that stuff is worth money.
Sure.
Some Sonics.
That's interesting because I've talked to some OG. I'm talking about in their 60s, late 60s Laker fans, and they couldn't. She told me that Laker fans back in the days they could not stand Michael Jordan.
They
They
couldn't.
couldn't stand him. But now all of a sudden he's accepted into a Laker home.
Oh, I
Well,
mean,
no, I
he's-
think. Well, I believe that a lot of
Never
the
been
old
ousted
school
from
Laker
mine.
fans and like the Celtic
I
fans.
swear, if
I mean, I
you-
think it was more of a Larry and
That
a
might have been a
Magic
Celtic
thing.
Yes,
thing.
that
Now
was
Michael came
definitely-
in there, but like, I mean, my mom was a
Definitely.
big Magic fan.
Sure.
But
Doggone millennials.
dang
That's
it,
what it is, man.
you
we'll
and
get
your
into the Lakers, too.
tees.
We'll totally get into the Lakers because I feel like LeBron's playing kind of like a Magic Showtime Lakers a little bit. So we'll talk about that too. Oh, and then let's talk about the lights. So now is
Yes.
the time.
This is your thing.
Yes.
Yeah, because I love my lights. Shout out
I
to
love
these
them too.
guys.
And I sported my light shirt hiking the other day.
Oh,
I went
did
up to Calico Tanks and one of my favorite hikes in Red Rock.
Okay.
And of course, I passed a few people that were like, yeah, lights, Viva Lights. And I was like, this is dope.
I love it.
We missed you.
We do miss them. So here's your opportunity to vote for the most valuable player on the Lights FC team. You can go onto the Lights FC website, /MVP, and you have options. So you've got Irvin Para, Thomas Olsen, TKO, the mayor, Gabe Robinson. You also have Tabo. Is it Tabo? Tabo Etikara?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have him and then Christian Torres. So you got 5 options, 5 phenomenal players. Go on the Lights website. You can vote daily. So every day you can just keep voting and vote how you want to vote. And we'll
Well,
see how
and
that
shout out
comes
to our boy TKO, Tommy Olsen,
Yeah.
because he was 7th in the USL for his saves as well as his
And
clean
how many saves
sheets.
did it say he had? It
God,
looked
like
he had
93, 93 or
like that?
something, then 9 clean sheets.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to him. That's MVP already.
that's
worthy.
7. And then,
Yeah.
of course, the championship for USL is coming this weekend, I think.
Really?
No, sorry. It is this weekend. I think
Okay.
it's this Saturday.
Okay.
This Saturday, next Saturday.
And then congrats to your Sounders if we're going to talk about,
Woo!
you know, soccer a little bit.
Sounded like some relief.
MLS.
I'm just saying, it's nice. And you know, I didn't realize, as a new soccer fan, I didn't realize on the top of their logo, the little stars are for how many cups they've won. So
Oh,
now
okay.
we've got 2 stars.
Okay, good.
hmm
That's great.
There's been some funny memes that have been circling, though, because, of course, you got the Seahawks, the Storm, the Sounders, and then the Mariners are just like,
And then Russell Wilson's affiliated with the Sounders,
he is
right?
part, him and
Macklemore,
Ciara
too.
are part owners. I don't think
I
Macklemore
heard
is.
that.
He was there performing during the parade and before the game.
I heard that he might possibly
What are the
be.
Supersonics doing in that? Out there?
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
They do have a championship, though.
Whoa.
So,
Yeah,
They
do.
don't
I
exist.
mean,
It's
but they still have a
disrespectful.
championship,
Yeah, they do.
though.
They do. They
So-
do with no all stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
That's
do.
quite
Randy
impressive.
Wilkins coached that squad with no all stars.
I think it's a travesty that Seattle does not have an NBA team.
I really
That
do.
makes absolutely
I agree
no
with you.
sense.
Whatsoever.
I agree with you.
You want to talk about a great
It's a great
sports
it's a great
town?
sports
Yeah.
city.
Are you serious?
That's Seattle
Wow.
as a whole is one of my top 3 most underrated cities in America.
Yeah. And that is where half
dope in
of my
Seattle.
dad's side of the family is from Seattle. So,
Yep.
yeah, I have a lot of Seattle fans in my family. So,
Yeah.
I don't
And
have
it's
I don't
a-
have
it's
no
a
issues
cool
with
city
Seattle.
when it's the summertime.
Sure.
Yeah,
it's dope in the
you
summer.
know, from
Super
like
dope.
June through October. And I always say that like August, September is like the best time. You've got Seafair, Bumper Shoot. You got the Seahawks training camp / preseason, as well as, you know, because even though the Mariners aren't great, Safeco Field is still great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting to see Ken Griffey's statue out there now as
That's
well.
T-Mobile. It's T-Mobile Field. Now,
Oh,
right?
sorry.
They switched
Yeah.
It just
They
switched,
switched
last
it, right?
year.
That's dope.
I still can't get
And
it.
you have
should
the
go.
Beacher's
We need
cheese,
to-
too.
Man, look,
I
I'm
think
always down
Catch
to
a
go to Seattle,
fish
bro.
at a pike.
Catch a fish at Pike's Market,
Yeah,
and
man.
then the Beacher's cheese where everybody waits in line forever.
And that cheese,
I mean, I'm not going to diss it because we have it at
or
your
if they
local
go to
Nordstrom.
they go to like the very first Starbucks on the corner there, a pike.
Yeah.
and-
Did you see the big Starbucks they're putting in Chicago?
No,
It's supposed to be the
Nice.
largest
A
Starbucks.
mega
It's
Starbucks.
Yes.
really?
Like
Yeah.
like a super Walmart.
Yeah, like a super Walmart.
Starbucks.
Like it's
Oh,
like
that's dope.
5
Got it.
floors or some crazy
Wow,
kind of
wow,
thing going
wow,
on. But
wow.
anyway, I
Five
digress.
floors?
I
Wow.
digress.
I can't even.
So also in the MLS, it was announced with the LA Galaxy that they have mutually decided to part ways with Zlatan.
Mm.
Zlatan is one of their premier players. He was always I'm here for Zlatan.
He was
You
the-
know,
he
he's
was the
always
reason people
talking.
showed up.
Yes, he was the main reason people showed up. 38 years old. I mean, I feel he's gonna go into other ventures.
Rocket
He's
till
like,
the wheels fall off, dog. He
you
was the
would.
reason-
He was getting that check though.
He was the
His
reason.
check.
He was the reason people showed up.
And he was getting a check
Now
too.
was it? It was mutual.
It was mutual. That's what they're saying. It was mutual. He's thanking LA Galaxy
Yep.
for coming. He said, "I came, I saw, I conquered. Thank you so much. Now everybody go back to watching baseball." Pretty much is how he ended it. But
Well,
he
as a
is
new
done.
as a new soccer fan, like Mel,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to vow to go to more Lights games.
and you need
And
to.
you need to.
Don't they go
I
live?
went to the last game of the season. 10,000 people
Oh yeah.
at Cashman Field, and when I tell you, bro, this thing was lit.
Oh,
It
bro.
litty.
honey.
Like
It
it
litty.
was super lit.
they
bro.
got
It was,
T-shirts that say "lit" on
it
it.
was 10,500 people in Cashman Field, bro. When was the last time prior to the lights coming that 10,000 people got in the Cashman Field?
Not even
Never.
for never.
Never.
Not even for a Stars
Never.
game.
Not even for a Stars game, bro.
Not even for a Stars
We
game.
were small children.
Right.
But what's cold is that
Man.
even though it was 10,000 for the season, like the end of the season, it had been like 7,500 like the entire
Oh yeah,
season.
it was averaging
Like-
more numbers than the Aces games, which
That's
is
crazy.
And that's
That's
just one
insane.
demographic of one side of town.
Wow.
Was
So
that
that
over
is-
at Cashman?
At
Yes,
Cashman,
at
bro.
Cashman.
They need to bring back that black train that used to be
Oh
out.
no, not that smelly thing. No, let's not get there. Come on.
I remember the fair, man.
Oh yeah,
Carnival
JC
used
State
to be
Fair
there.
used to be
Oh,
there.
man.
Who didn't go to
Oh,
that?
my God.
Memories. Memories.
I wasn't here then.
I know.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. We'll bring you
It's
in.
okay. Yeah.
We'll bring you in.
We'll,
It's
come
all
on
right.
in.
We'll,
Come on
we'll
in.
bet
Come
you
on
in.
in.
We'll bet you
All
in.
right.
So UNLV
Yes,
had their
indeed.
basketball game last night against Cal Bruins. It was a very tough matchup. They almost had it. I know almost doesn't count in overtime again a second time. They lost by 2 points. They do play this Friday against UCLA. Pac-12, what are we thinking? Are we still
It's
on
tough.
deck with TJ Osselberger? And let me just give props to the assistant coach because he's from here. I feel like he's part of.
DeMarlo.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out Sloke, man.
Yeah, I feel like he's kind of that
Eldorado's
one
finest right there, man.
Yeah.
that's
One of the
getting
best
them
pure
in.
scorers to ever come out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out D Slope, man.
So maybe he's the one that's kind of getting their offensive play because it seems like offensively they're doing what they need to do
Yeah.
to a certain degree. It's just kind of.
I think it's gonna take a
I
minute.
think it's gonna take some time. This is the head coach's first year.
Yeah.
So give him a chance to ingratiate his system and get some of his guys in there and give, DeMarlo Slocum, a native here in Las Vegas, a chance to get out there and
Get on the recruiting trail.
get on the recruiting trail. So I think it's going to be a couple of years, but I think they're on the right track.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think they'll improve more this year, actually.
Yeah.
I really do.
Wow.
I just think in basketball, and you guys know this, your defense tends to be light years ahead of offense, and that's on any level, right? So it's going to take them some time to really start scoring with ease. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a minute. When league play starts, when Mountain West play starts, I expect them to be far better than they are. Right
Oh yeah, and then we always have that come holiday season when the Mountain West tournament comes out here. So I will probably be attending UNLV Thomas and Max Center then.
I know.
And I will get those nuts this time. And I'm talking about the
ones in the
stands
red
and
joint?
Quan's
In the-
looking at me. Yes,
in
in the
the
red and white
pool?
black. Fire.
What?
Fire.
What?
Look,
Fire.
Goose,
Come
remember
on,
the-
you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing about them nuts. What?
He knows a lot about those nuts.
Whoa.
Nuts, Daddy.
Whoa. The
They're
warm
cashews,
pecans.
pecans. He knows.
The warm pecans, dog.
I cannot.
The
I
cashews.
Hey,
cannot.
I can't have y'all on Vegas
All
Hype
the
Media. My
great-
fault, man.
Look,
My bad.
he pulled up Vegas Hype Media. I figure I
I
dance
wish
for
we
you.
could pan the camera to
I
Quan
know.
to
Can
see
we
the
pan
Vegas
the camera
to
around?
see his favorite Vegas hype
Can you
media.
do like a little football dance
I
too?
figure I
Like,
dance for you. You put Vegas Hype Media
Oh
up.
my God.
Give me them pearls.
okay,
Stop.
see?
Give me grandma
Now we
pearls
done.
real
Now we
quick.
done. Now we done. Now we done.
Give me grandma pearls real
We
quick.
have
No,
gone
bro.
wild and
I will
off
not
script.
accept
and I
We've
this.
love
gone
it.
too much.
We've
It's already.
got- we've got
we've
wild
moved
off
on.
script.
We've moved too
Yes,
far.
yes.
We've moved
But
too
anyway,
far.
they do have a game Friday. Let's see what they do. And I hope this time when you're recruiting players to come to UNLV, you're not taking them to Circus Midway or the game works. Okay?
Whoa, whoa, wait a minute.
Yes.
What can they do?
Are you kidding me?
What can
That
they
was
do?
the
We couldn't have
recruiting
chosen-
trip.
we
That was a
couldn't have
recruiting trip.
chosen
That was the
anything.
recruiting
That was what they do.
Terrible, right?
Terrible.
Wow. Who was in charge of this? Who was in charge?
First of all, shout out to all the people that used to work at Circus Midway in
Like,
high
come
school that
on,
came up like
man,
a
are
fat
you
rat
kidding
making
me?
mad money.
Boy.
I mean, you
On
never
the
had
side.
to on the side. You never had to
Tip
claim your
out.
earnings. It was crazy.
That's
Where was
crazy.
this at?
Circus.
And
Oh,
Circus
yeah.
Circus
The
still
Midway.
has
Again.
the same carpet
Look.
that they had when I was a
Same
teenager.
exact-
Same
They still got
carpet.
the. They still
Same
got the
The
little,
same cigarette stench from 20 years
Pretty
ago
much.
is still there.
No,
much.
longer than
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And
The
I'm a
stench is
Circus
still there.
alum because I worked at Grand Slam Canyon. Shout out to
Shout out Grand
ride
Slam.
operators
Yeah,
and
it wasn't
everybody.
the
like-
Adventure Dome.
It
It
was
was
Adventure
Grand Slam Canyon.
Yeah, yeah.
The original.
The original.
Stop.
Everybody sit back, hold tight, and enjoy the ride. All right. So anyway,
We got way off track.
we do have the Houston Rockets and the Candyland Clippers playing behind us. I'll just say Clippers.
shots
Sorry, Los Angeles
fired.
Clippers.
Shout out to the San Diego Clippers.
Good,
Yes.
Patrick Beverly, crotch grabber.
Yes.
The Buffalo Braves.
Buffalo Braves, Santa Clara, Escondido,
Wow.
Clippers,
Wow.
wherever
Yikes.
you want to name.
Yikes.
But you know what's funny to me is how Russell Westbrook started this game tonight, 8 minutes in with 4 personal fouls.
Yikes. That's
Wait,
tough.
what?
Yeah,
That's
4
tough.
It's
personal
those
fouls.
volleyball pads on his elbow.
That's tough.
I don't know.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
hectic though. I don't know what the score is. You guys can tell me. It's behind me.
It's on a
I was on a commercial
commercial break
right
at the
now.
moment.
But I know at the half, Houston was up by 14 points.
So 74-68, Houston
go.
with the 6-point lead.
Oh,
You go.
Houston with the 6
Which
point lead.
means it's a
Okay.
game.
It is a game. It
And
is a
so
game.
you're looking at Patrick Beverly, who used to play for the Houston Rockets.
Yes.
He has
And
a
they
little
booing
bit
him,
of something to
too.
A
prove.
little bit.
Right.
Lou Williams, who used to play for Houston Rockets,
Yes.
with a little bit of something to prove.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
I mean, we looking at, we 11 games in.
It's
here.
early. They're both
Still
tied 7
early.
and 3.
Fill out game, of course, it was going to be on national television, Star Power.
Right.
Gotta have that.
Right.
So ESPN was on time with this one, but
But that Bucks game, that was bad.
Yeah.
That was terrible that he did not play against those Bucks.
Yeah.
But he'll face them again. It's
He will.
okay.
He
Just like
will.
he's going
I'll
to
see him
face
again.
LA 2 more times.
We'll
It's
see him
fine.
again.
Yeah.
We'll see him again, definitely.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. 2 of the top teams in the Western Conference. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Look at Mo Buckets.
Oh, and Austin Rivers, who used to play for the Clippers.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's a
like
lot of-
your
it's a lot going on the
dad
court
is
right
the
now.
opposition tonight, and he's going to critique your playing ability too, and be
Yeah.
like, son,
Yeah, your pops
Hey,
traded you.
you know?
yeah. I traded you, president of basketball already. Yeah, you got him out of there.
Get him outta
They
here.
probably saw some nepotism there to a certain
Maybe.
degree. I don't know. Doc is
It's
kind of
possible.
pretty intense.
It's possible. It's possible.
You think when they lost, you think he'd get the belt still, like after with his dad?
No,
I mean,
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
yeah, we think we look too old for that.
I don't know.
Hey, I see you HBCU repping though.
Oh yeah, I got to represent. Shout out
see
to
you,
my
dog.
Southern University Jaguars.
You
Had a
dig?
game this weekend. They won.
that, man.
We are actually doing pretty well in the SWAC conference right
Yes,
now.
indeed, man.
UNLV. Speaking of HBCUs, they have an upcoming schedule. Men's basketball team plays J State.
Oh, really?
So
When's that?
I'm not sure. I have to look on the schedule again. I remember Jose. Shout out to Jose Volante, Vegas Sports Daily. He was shouting
Shout
it out
out to
last night
Jose.
on his last late night podcast bit. But he mentioned that J State will be playing UNLV. So I encourage that J State game.
dope.
Everybody from any HBCU, come out, rep your school,
Please.
and show up, show out. Shout out to the Vegas folks, Zabady, Phi Beta Sigma,
Indeed.
Big Draws, Phi Beta Sigma, both Jackson State alums.
Yes, indeed.
Hopefully they'll be in town. They can come to that too.
Shout out J
So
State.
Yeah,
let me
so-
ask you this. I heard a rumor today. I heard that the HBCUs were offering free scholarships to people with a 3.2 and above, and who can score 1,000 on the SATs. That they were handing out full rides.
Wow.
Select
And
ones
I-
are all.
And I think
Anybody
it's
that
like
can do
a certain amount
do that
of
often.
scholarships that, and I'm like,
happens.
what? Can I go back to college?
Hello, can I get
For
all
real.
of that?
For real.
Hey, I can still go back. How about
For
that?
real.
And I'm saying to myself, the kids nowadays,
Man.
they're
Yeah.
giving you more opportunities to actually get to college. I was just telling my buddy when he told me that, I said, well, in high school, I played 3 sports,
Yeah.
4 years. And
Don't want to talk too much about it, right?
Right.
It's
But
nothing. No worries.
I had a 2.7.
But you can still get into an
I was
HBCU with
mediocre. I
that.
was a mediocre student too.
Right? But college, I graduated
That's
with
crazy.
3.5.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I was the
mediocre in college
opposite.
too. No, I was
I was
mediocre
great in high
college
school.
too.
College, I was just
Yeah.
happy to be
I
out.
think I had
Right.
like a 2.5.
I just-
With the
in
paper.
college.
I made
I was happy to be
3.2
out.
and score 1,000 on the SATs, and you get a full ride.
And 1,000 is basically knowing your name.
Yes.
I mean, really.
And let me ask you a question.
Wow.
Now, is that the monies that Jamal Bryant gave up from Kanye to give to Clark
interesting.
Atlanta? I just want to know because I don't
Interesting.
know what those dollars tally up because all of a sudden now we're giving out scholarships.
Right.
I'm just curious. Anybody know, call us 702-608-3259. Speaking also again with Southern as we get into the November months, we always have a big game against those Grambling State Tigers. Oh, we
Yes,
do have a
indeed,
caller.
First caller.
First caller, holla, holla. Girl Chat Sports. Hello.
Hello. Our producer didn't plug the phone in.
Oh,
Oh, that's tough.
I knew Michael.
hectic.
I knew Michael
is that?
Niner
McDonald
fan.
wasn't doing
Yeah.
Stand by.
Ooh.
That's tragic.
Okay. Holla.
This is a Christian show.
So
Don't do
we
that.
have a caller. Holla, holla. Who are we speaking with?
Hey, the A-Train Arlington Lane from In the Zone.
Arlington,
Arlington,
what's
our
good?
Midwest finest. Are you caught up in the Arctic freeze, or are we just kind of?
Are you on the right half or the left half?
Yeah, right. What side are you on?
Y'all all got jokes, huh? That's all good.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, I got
Thanks
jokes.
for calling, brother. What's up?
Have we talked about?
Have we what?
I know y'all did that. Have we talked about Colin Kaepernick tonight?
We haven't,
We haven't gotten
into
to
that
it yet. That was on our to-do, but if you want to go ahead and
If you wanna
segue
roll it off.
into it.
And push them.
First of
let's
all,
go on.
find a
First of
signal.
all- Okay, shout out to Verizon Wireless, because let me tell you something. I don't have these kind of problems, and I got into a healthy debate.
There
Oh,
he
go
is.
ahead. There he
Hello.
is.
Yeah, it's a dog and pony show, folks. And what you seeing right now is letting everybody know that Colin ain't getting back into the league.
Told
He's
y'all,
not
man.
getting back into the league. I'm going to say it one more time.
funny, those
He's
exact
not
same
getting
words
back
I
into
used.
the league.
That's the exact same
He's
words I used.
not getting back into the league. And this
That's tough.
is the reason why he's not getting into the league. Even though they're in all this
Arlington. Whoa, hang on one
private
second.
workout.
Hello? Arlington, I don't know if you're in the
Get in the hot
basement
spot.
somewhere.
Get in the hot
or
spot.
what's good.
Get in the hot spot.
Get out the basement. Get,
hot
out the
spot.
elevator.
You know what?
Come
I'm
on,
gonna,
get out the basement.
yeah, get in the hot spot.
Hello?
Hey, call us back in a
He'll
little
call
bit.
back. He'll
You
Yeah,
got
call
it?
back.
call it. Hello?
He'll call
All
us
right.
Yeah, call us back.
Hold on one second.
Okay, let's see. We got you.
Go stand on that young modem already.
Go sit on that box outside the apartment.
Well, we used to,
Man, we talked
I
about
got-
this with Colin. We
I got
talked.
the
We
shot on the
We
With
talked
Colin?
about that with
sitting on
Colin.
the box.
We talked about this, but I'm gonna just reiterate real quickly. Shout out to Verizon Wireless, because I got in a healthy debate with somebody on Facebook that was trying to tell Paul, myself, and you weren't in the conversation, but you're a Verizon customer, that our
course.
Verizon ain't nothing. I never call into something and have these echoes back and forth. I don't have those issues.
Unless everybody's on speakerphone. That would be the only issue.
I mean, and if you even if you're in Centennial, I can switch to the Wi-Fi and still get good service. Like my mom and dad are on AT&T, and sometimes they're choppy. I'm like, are we in the ocean or are we in Centennial? What's going on? Because
So let's get off
Let's get in it.
Horizon.
Yeah.
Let's get back on track here. Arlington will call back when he gets
Did he
a,
hang up? I
a
thought he
steady
said, hold on.
signal.
oh, he's
Oh, he's on.
Oh,
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 okay.
oh, okay. Cool.
Producer call.
Yeah. I was just biding the time. But go
So
ahead.
we heard yesterday.
Right.
Well, it was weird how Colin Kaepernick sends a
He
tweet.
didn't hear until Tuesday.
Well,
yesterday.
he says he heard that from his representatives that they were going to be holding this workout for him in Atlanta on Saturday, and he was hoping to see NFL coaches and GMs, which we all know would not be there.
On a Saturday?
It's on a Saturday.
They're
weird.
traveling.
That's so
They
weird.
got games to go play.
That's so
And time out, back up.
Not to
because-
mention, it's with it less than a week's notice. Had maybe you gotten like 2 weeks notice, maybe there could have been a representative there, an assistant or something. Someone could have stopped there first
How about-
and then gone to the game.
How about how he asked them if he could move it to the Tuesday, where they normally
And
do
they wouldn't.
combines on Tuesday?
And then he asked for the following
Tuesday.
Saturday,
Yeah, and they said no.
no.
Yeah, but even back up on that, because the NFL was crazy in their method of madness, because they reached out to media first and said, hey, look for a big announcement come Tuesday. We're not going to tell you what it is, but
And
you
look
just
what
need
happened.
to be there.
Everybody got
crazy.
soaked up on it.
And our caller's back.
That's
Caller.
A Train.
Oh, so now y'all want to talk about me. But let me tell you something. I'm in the studio right now on the phone, and I'll do it this way if you can't hear me on my phone.
Okay.
We
I'm
can,
with it.
we can hear you. It's a
We
little
can hear
echoey,
you
but we
good,
got
too.
you.
Y'all can hear me loud and clear now.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can
so-
hear me loud and clear.
Absolutely. So-
Maybe not clear, but loud for
Let me
sure.
tell you. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
I'm going to be loud because I'm from St. Louis, baby.
Got that acoustic.
Colin Kaepernick is in a dog and pony show, and he's never going to get back into the league. Because why would you pay somebody, NFL, pay a settlement, then all of a sudden decide, oh, maybe it'd be a good idea to kind of bring him back into the league and pay him again? They're never going to do that.
It's
Never.
because of Jay-Z.
The NFL is your beloved Seahawks and your beloved Raiders are all part of a mafia organization known as the National Football League.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still salty that the Rams are gone. That's all. But that's okay. We get it.
No,
I've had-
no, it has nothing to do with the Rams. Has nothing to do with the Rams, baby. It has nothing to do with them. It's about how wicked the NFL really is. And it's just letting you know up front is that the NFL is saying, hey, we're going to do this out of courtesy, quote unquote courtesy, just to say we did our job, but they're not doing their job. And that's why he allowed Jay-Z to be a part of the quote unquote influence, as it's saying. Hey, let's give Colin a private workout.
Well, I'm still confused on the social injustice. I'm still vague
Whoa,
on that.
Whoa, hang
thing.
on, Arlington. That's our show. Thank you.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm kind of vague on even what Jay's role is still, but whatever. Nor here nor there. I just think it was a very impromptu type of thing, and it's kind of, if he didn't do it, it's a darn if you do, darn if you don't, because the narrative still stays the same. Like, we gave him a chance.
And
nobody asked for it, though. Nobody asked for it.
Yeah.
Nobody asked for it.
Well, we don't know who did or didn't ask for it.
I mean, the guy was working out every day in the hopes that something would happen. You know, getting up at 5 in the morning to train, 2 workouts for something. So I feel you.
This was never about Colin Kaepernick. This was about the NFL trying to say we're doing something right here, knowing that really they're not. They really haven't. Just think about the things that they've tried to. What about the breast cancer awareness? They find people for wearing pink for celebrating their mothers that had breast cancer.
Yeah, D'Angelo Williams.
They don't
I remember
care
that story.
about that.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care.
A good one too.
So what makes you think that they're going to provide? What makes you think that Colin Kaepernick is going to get an NFL job at this stage? He's not. 3 years out of the game, he's been doing. He don't need the NFL, honestly.
He doesn't.
He doesn't. The NFL needs him, really. I mean, look at how these quarterbacks are dropping like flies.
No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't need him. 32 NFL owners don't want that distraction in their organization. And you got to also understand from a fan standpoint and the culture of the league. Do you really think that they want that distraction? No. If they take that distraction, you already know the downturn is going to be from that. Why is Colin Kaepernick back in the league? They already said he sucks as a quarterback, which is untrue for a guy that had a 4 touchdown to 1 interception ratio his last year that he was playing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the call, Arlen.
I mean, I understand your passion on it. I understand it, and I, feel you. However, I hope you're wrong. Like, I pray that you're wrong. But I know that you're not.
I want to be super wrong with him.
know.
I want him to get into the NFL. And I've been saying to everybody, even when Eric Reed has gone out and said that this is a dog and pony show in code, he said this on, you go to Carolina Blitz on Twitter, and it's featured. And they said, what do you feel about this, Eric Reed? And he made a quote about Malcolm X. That was in code saying that this is a dog and pony show. This is crap. This is a PR stunt.
Okay.
Arlington.
Just like, yes, sir.
Are you there? I'm gonna say I agree with you.
Here.
I'm gonna say I agree with you from this standpoint. I'm a business owner, and if I had an employee that sued me and actually won a settlement, I would never in a million years hire that employee back. So, with that being said, being on the other side of the fence, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
We would all love to see Colin Kaepernick actually get a fair shake. But let's think logically and realistically of the world that we live in. Do everyone actually in the world get a fair shake in life?
Wouldn't that be working for a corporation?
No. Never happens.
No.
I'll take it a step further. So African Americans are the biggest consumer in the United States, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
correct.
What other way to get those African Americans that have stopped watching the game of football, have stuck to their guns, have not purchased any merch, no TV time, none of that. What is the best way to get them back to their television sets? NFL. Let's hold a big, huge workout for Colin Kaepernick only. Mm-hmm. This is like some combine stuff. The only time this happens is during the combine, where all 30 teams show up and watch people work out. Mm-hmm. So you mean to tell me Colin Kaepernick been sitting on the couch for 3 years now, and all 32 teams are about to show up and watch him and him only work out and possibly give him a job?
No, 32 teams are going to get tapes. They're going to be getting tapes.
You can't tell me that with a straight face and have me to believe you.
They're going to do a Jamarcus
can't.
Russell and give him blank tapes and say, look at this footage.
Like, come on.
Yikes.
Like, it's
Exactly.
really, and it's funny, Arlington, you and I have never physically spoken, right? So I made a post earlier today with the exact words that you used, quote, dog and pony show. The exact same words, bro. Because that's the way it seems to me.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny because I had gotten a disagreement with a gentleman who he loves to debate different things because he likes to rile people up. But I'm like,
we know a
why
few
would
of
you
those
put
people.
Dr. King? Hey, check this out. He said to me, you'll be like the person that was with Dr. King and saying behind his back, hey, you get I'm trying not to misquote him, but he was like, we sit there and say we for the march, but saying behind his back that this may not work out. And let's see what happens in the long run, not believing in the march. I mean, look at it. This is the reality that's going on right now, 55 years later, with the civil rights in 64. That was nothing but a ploy to make us happy, when it never was making us happy. Because if that was the case, racism would have been done back then.
We see where it is now.
And you know what? I appreciate the call because
Thank you so much, Arlene.
you made that very loud and clear.
Yeah,
and in a better network service, too. I appreciate you.
Real quick, before I go, it may have been Dre or Goose that said this, but I'm just reading on the Undefeated right now. This is what it said. Before I go, African Americans attend NFL games. They watch them on television. They gripe about their fantasy teams. They buy jerseys. By any metric, blacks have contributed immensely to the enormous popularity of the NFL.
Absolutely.
There's no debate on what the black dollar does.
Yeah.
None whatsoever when it comes to film, sports, anything.
Zero. Anything.
Entertainment.
Anything
Our
you can
dollar
name.
is ridiculous.
Anything you can name.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's no disrespect to anybody that's listening or watching or a part of this group that's watching right now. It's just letting you know that we hold a strong dollar to this. And the only way to end that, you can't end it because you know why? It's already strong enough that that mafia organization that we continue talking about, they know how to get you. And they'll find ways to work around to get you. Now, point blank in saying this, I promise I'm finished with this.
I was wondering. I just wasn't sure.
Like I said, I'm just looking at you in a better network right now to say what you're saying. Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah.
Think about the settlement. Think about the settlement that's going on right now with the situation with St. Louis Rams and the lawsuit that's going to happen. If they open up those books, they have to go to trial. The NFL don't want to go to trial at no standpoint, none.
Yeah.
That's why they had a settlement with Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reed because they would have to go to trial for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Think about it. The NFL don't want any books or files opened up to the point where, hey, we're making sure that they get their money, they shut up, and they leave us alone.
Arlington, I promise we will continue this conversation with you when we have a better connection because although this topic is hot and it means a lot to all of us, clearly, it's really hard to hear you. I know when you play this back later on, you're going to be like, dang, where was I at? Because the sound of it is just
acoustic.
tough to hear.
But thank you so much.
No,
like big ups to you. Thank you for hitting it up on the STL side, the Midwest in the building.
Stay warm out there.
Yeah, stay warm, man. Stay woke too. Love it.
Go get a cuddle buddy.
Yeah. I mean, we can go. We all have a general consensus.
But I just have a question. Why are they doing this now? Because it's faded away. People aren't really talking about it anymore. So now they just brought it back. It's fading away more than it ever has.
I don't think it was ever put to bed, though. I think this is the closed chapter. Yeah. I think this is the closed chapter.
I don't. I think this just opens it up more, and now more people are going to be pissed again because it's not going to happen again.
Right.
Now it just. I think it's going to backfire on the NFL, whatever they're trying to do. That's what I'm trying to say with that.
I think they're trying to make it be like, well, here, we're giving you what you wanted. Now we can just close this door and no one's going to think anything of it.
Nobody wants him to just get a tryout in front of 30 teams. I don't think that's the point.
Well, no, but he could have like any other player that's going through workouts with teams on Tuesdays. Yeah. You don't hear about every single one. You don't know what's happening. No. They're happening within the headquarters. They're happening on practice facilities. They're bringing players in as needed. He could have been brought in as needed. He didn't have to have this big showboat.
This was the NFL's doing 100%.
Oh, absolutely. But that was what it was. I feel like it was just something that they can finally just close and turn the page on. Like, yeah, we gave him an opportunity. We actually set up a combine for him. We did it on a Saturday, and we did this.
Look
and
what
we
we
did all
did
this.
for
Look what we did for
him.
him.
Look what
and
we
it's
did.
Still,
We
yeah,
offered
so
videos to
I
all
think
the
that's
teams
what-
that couldn't be there.
Yeah,
Our due
so-
diligence. See,
But I feel you on what you're saying.
And then they're going to say, but he wasn't good enough for any team to pick. It's
what they're gonna say.
going to make them look worse.
And this is just the wrong year to do it because this year of all years is when they needed quarterbacks.
So here's something that was online. The mere fact that teams were calling the league office about a possible Kaepernick workout without just bringing him in for a workout confirms that teams were and still are deferring to the league on this issue, which is proof of, wait for it, collusion. So teams couldn't bring him in themselves. They had to ask the NFL. So they're going to the NFL. Hey, we want to bring in Kaepernick. Can we? And that's why the NFL is setting this up. Oh, we've had teams call us about you, so we want to bring you in now.
stuff, man.
So some teams that will. I know there's coaches out there that want to sign Kaepernick. There's probably GMs too. Teams are scared to death to do it because of the repercussions they would get from the NFL and from other GMs that don't want it to happen.
And that reflects their bottom dollar. Yeah.
It's really, really sad, man, at the end of the day that Colin Kaepernick is getting used yet again.
So,
and what's more sad too is that the media outlets are out there just sucking all this up and being like,
Some media,
here.
they
sucking
want
that
that.
up.
Yeah, but at
Sorry.
some point there's
No, there's not.
No.
I know.
Whatever you were about to say is not going to
I
happen.
know, but
And-
it
and
just
I understand the way you
morally
feel.
is just like
yeah, it's
and
not
that's
a good
why
look
Byron Allen
morally,
is
yeah.
doing what he's doing.
Yeah,
right now.
you know, I'm looking at Colin Kaepernick, and this would be my take on it. Why entertain this? If your reps are telling you what the NFL is wanting you to do, you should have reached back out to your reps and said, absolutely not.
pass.
I'll pass.
Could this have been agreed upon in his settlement?
It's possible.
Maybe.
Because we didn't see
The
anything.
And if he says he passes, it's the thing of, well, we gave you an opportunity. We
No.
don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah, but I think he would have more people stand behind him if he said, you know what? I'm done with the NFL, and this
Yeah.
is my stance.
Yep.
And if
feel
you
you.
don't like it, so so be it.
Yeah, I feel you.
There could be
Shout
more
out to Bill
defined
Logan because he
lines
said
there.
earlier that it proves collusion. Shout out to him.
Yep.
Mr. Bill
It
Blockham
does.
in all caps.
It does.
But then if he doesn't do the tryout, then it proves everyone that keeps saying, oh, he doesn't even want to play.
Well, yeah.
There's so much.
It's so much.
It's a
always
no-win
gonna be something.
situation.
It's no
Yeah.
win.
So
for him
There's
at all.
going to be
It's a
narrative.
no-win. It's a no-win.
You can't possibly escape this entire situation without a narrative.
Right.
It's impossible.
Right.
There's no way it happens.
Right.
I mean, the best case scenario was just to leave Colin Kaepernick alone and let him keep
Let him
doing what
ride
he's
on
doing,
out.
man.
That's
That's
it.
the best case scenario. But no, rise from the ashes like a phoenix. Here we go again.
Yep.
Hey, go
Right back at it.
Go that guy right there that's picking all that cotton. Go give him an extra 30 minutes lunch break.
Wow.
I'm supposed to entertain that, man. Please.
So this is something that I read earlier
I'm done.
today on BR. Matt Hasselbeck,
Okay.
who's
No,
43
please
years
don't.
old. Oh,
Please don't.
who was
mind this
43
man's
years
name.
heard
old,
this.
my age.
got a phone call
Yikes.
to
You knew
come
it was
quarterback multiple teams.
But it's the same thing when they said they were calling Geno Smith back. It's just as egregious when they weren't giving Cap a chance.
Where's Rodney Pete when you need him?
Come on, man.
But Hassel, listen.
Yeah.
And as a
Todd
Seahawks fan, I will
Maravich,
tell
show
you,
up.
no, thank you.
Sheesh.
That's bad.
Matt Hasselbeck got a phone call, guys.
That's that power, the power of above.
Man,
You know,
I
Matt's
know
he was
strong.
43.
Yeah.
His-
Yes.
Looks 53.
I thought he was 63.
Some
whole
people
family.
age different.
Yeah.
They
Quite
do.
different.
Some people move different.
Yeah.
I know we do.
Yeah.
Got him.
You might as well just call
Yeah.
Michael Vick. Shoot, he
Oh,
could have
might
been out
as
there
well.
doing
Might
some
as well.
Might
things.
as well.
Might as well.
If you're
I'm
gonna
all
call,
for that.
if you're gonna call a quarterback,
Well,
I
they're not
mean,
going to
really?
do that. We have enough black quarterbacks in the league. Let not go there. Let me just
It's
stop.
too much.
Wow.
We already got
tough,
too many
man.
black active ones right
tough.
now. It's
It's
not
tough,
going to
man.
meet the numbers.
it's tough. The quota.
I'm just saying. The quota is already filled.
Yeah.
It is
Alright,
the end of the month, right?
Yeah.
Those quotas,
Quota.
man.
Yeah.
Those
Baby,
quotas.
gotta
Yeah.
meet that.
Yeah. Quota's already filled.
Them traps is out.
So I guess we can get into, and before we get into your guys' situation, because it is a situation.
Situation shit.
I think it was made into a situation here.
I'm going to put my beads on.
There you go.
Because I got to represent.
Yeah, give her 30
my boys
seconds
in
real
the black.
quick.
30
The nation.
seconds.
The nation.
How dare you?
Girl, put them mama
dare you.
pearls on.
How dare you? Let me give it up to my black and silver Raider Nation this
They
past
did that.
Thursday
They did
night.
that.
They
They
did
did
do
that.
that. They
To the
did do that.
Chargers.
But this is your new favorite team, right?
No, it's not
That's
my
what it
new
looked like
favorite
on
team.
social media.
You know what, Quad?
That's what it looked like on social media.
Quad,
Put this
don't-
back
Shout
up.
out to Jose
this
Calderon,
bag
man.
up.
I think it's his new team,
Shout out
too.
to the
Put this
Raiders.
bag up.
Shout out to the Oakland
Tony,
Raiders
Tony,
who showed
Tony,
up in
not Jose,
Alameda
Tony.
for the last primetime game of Alameda and Oakland until we come to Las Vegas. Shout out to them winning a game against an LA Chargers team that no one thought we were going to win when we were down several different linesmen.
I knew you guys would win
Don't
that
call
game.
it a comeback. We've been there. We made these adjustments. I was speaking with shout out to Kareem because I was talking back and forth with him and Vance Horn. Shout out to him because he posted a thing about who coach of the year could be between the Mike Tomlin thing, and I was like, well, John Gruden. To me, just personally, with all the personnel issues we've had with AB, with losing Vontaze
Coach
Burfict,
of the year.
Mike
for
Tomlin.
our comeback, for the way we have strived. We are 5
You know
and
we're
4.
only in week 11, right?
Yeah, but we weren't expected to be 5 and 4 in week 11, were we?
I mean,
We were expected to be like 3 and 2,
To,
if that,
to,
or
Dre's,
2.
to Dre's point, real quick, if Mike Tomlin make the playoffs, bro, he is in the running for coach of the
Yes.
year, bro.
And why is
Started
that?
out 1-4,
Because
bro.
he has no one either.
He had
Started out
nobody.
1-4,
And we have
1-4, and he
nobody
has
either.
zero
But you guys
personnel
got
over there.
Well,
bro.
we
Josh
got Josh
Jacobs.
Jacobs and we got Terrell, but Terrell Williams we weren't helping
And
wide
still,
receiver.
you at least got Derek Carr, which isn't much, but it's still more than
Derek Carr's ranked number 6
Rudolph.
right now in
I
the
mean,
PBR, and he's ranked
this
even.
point he
Yeah,
is.
he's that guy right now. He's
question.
showing you who Derek Carr, and we got him on the cheap. He's not an expensive quarterback.
Although I
So-
would like to get Williams some more touches because he isn't my.
Well, he has been
he's-
hurt, so
he's
hopefully
some more
that'll
touches.
happen when we play the Bengals this Sunday.
I don't like-
back in
I think it'll happen.
Alameda.
I think it'll
Well,
happen.
the
it'll happen.
Bengals
Yeah.
get a win this year.
No, they won't.
No.
0-16.
No.
Is this
No.
the
They're
tank?
playing for the lottery.
0-16.
Yeah, they're paying for
man.
their lottery draw.
You know, I don't like the inconsistency with Raider fans right now.
What are you talking about right now?
You guys were on Carr's helmet
And
last
you
year.
know what? I was on his helmet
They
this year.
wanted him out of there.
I didn't want him out of
now
there last
all
year.
of a sudden, it's all
No,
good.
Mo
No, I
wanted him
don't-
gone earlier.
I wanted him gone earlier. I didn't think he was going to make it to Vegas because I was questionable about the type of passes the pass plays that he has. Right now, I think he heard our noise. And I think he understands what Mayock
Heard
and
y'all
Gruden are
talking
trying
that
to do. And then he's seen the performance of I'm just going to say it, rookie of the year, Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you got
He's
a running
offensive
back
deserves
like
it.
that, and we lost a Khalil Mack
Sure.
and an Amari Cooper, I mean, I think that kind of
Plus
gave
his
some
story.
drive.
I mean, just the
Oh, the story
whole
before the game was amazing. The
package
adversity
is
story was
just-
amazing.
Antonio Brown is an idiot. You
Hello.
know why?
Oh, he didn't take that
him
money. All he had to do was play one game.
Him playing with this right now constructed Raiders team.
Right.
I think they'd have
Yikes.
a much better record.
Oh, we
than
would have
them.
been. You know where we would have been at? We would have been 2016 Raiders, if not 2002. We would have been sitting on 11, or not 11.
I'm not ruling out the fact that he still may end up
7.
in New England next year.
2016 around this time, the Raiders were sitting on 7-3. We probably would have had that with Antonio
That's
Brown.
about right. I don't.
I'll take the 5 and 4.
Coulda,
We'll go
woulda,
7 and
shoulda.
4.
Coulda,
We'll
woulda,
go 7 and 4 because we got
He's
the
a-
Bengals,
he's a
and then we
really-
fly
he's a-
over to New York and
He's
play
a
those
really,
Jets.
He's a really good football player.
Because
man.
think about
When
it.
he wants
You
to
keep
play.
giving it to your
Yeah.
running back, and he's doing damage, and then all of a sudden, there's AB for a nice streak.
Oh, man.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Wow.
Don't give me any fantasies on something that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
And,
Then
you know,
she
it just
wakes
what's
up.
up. Yeah, and it's the reality. So hopefully after these 2 games, we'll go 7 and 4. But big ups to the Raiders. We actually are looking possibly AFC wildcard contenders into the playoffs. We would definitely have to rely on a Pittsburgh loss and possibly a Bills kind of fall because
But you're in the hunt.
We are in the hunt.
And that's
We
all
are
that
in the hunt.
matters.
And that is all that matters.
And I like the way that you're optimistic about your team. Because me, you're a lot more optimistic about your team than me. Like
I'm more optimistic about the
I
Steelers
think
than
because
he is.
your team went from this to like this,
Right.
Yeah.
whereas hers just kind of been like boo-doo-doo-doo-doo, bouncing around.
Yeah.
roller coaster.
I don't know about this. You guys are always been
We
here.
were always here, and then it's
Well,
but it's been
consistently
a
at one level.
Yeah. I mean, you're more optimistic than I am with
So
the
what's going to happen tomorrow night then against the Browns? Let's just get into it.
I'm gonna tell you this. Like I said on the show, Tomlin needs to win this game because we always beat the Browns, and if you allow the Browns to come in and dismantle the run that we are quote unquote with the coach of the year quote unquote are on, absolutely no excuses. No excuses.
And it's in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And they are coming off a good win.
And they are coming off a strong win.
Yeah.
Has Baker
That
found his way now?
Could have saved Kitchens'
Has Freddie
job
Kitchens?
for
Yeah.
now.
I think he's done by the end of the season
Baker
still.
ain't
But they could have had him gone halfway through the season.
Yeah, but they're not
though,
going to
you
do
know?
that.
Baker ain't found
he's
nothing.
gone.
Freddie Kitchens
I think
still
Freddie
a
Kitchens
horrible
is still
coach.
on. Yeah, I think he's going to be gone. They would have been better off having Hugh Jackson this season and probably doing something that's way better. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But
you
will
know,
see. We will see.
I think at this point,
privilege over everything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We know
yeah.
that was.
well, I just think at this point, you know, me as a Steelers fan, I'd rather not go to the playoffs. Why? Because when we get to the playoffs, what are we gonna do?
Lose to New
Who
England.
knows?
Lose to New England or whoever. Baltimore.
Who knows?
Makes no sense.
Well,
Who knows nothing?
Hey, we have a call.
We do have a call?
This is what'll happen though. You'll get a wild card spot. You won't play against New England or whoever the second seed would be. You won't play against either one of those teams. So it'll be a 3-6 matchup that you could win.
And
It's
then
a
what are we gonna do
winnable
after
game.
that?
Play New England.
Yes. Well,
It
everybody has to
it
go through
depends
that.
on
It
what-
all
it depends on
rolls
what side
through.
you
Right.
look.
New
Because
England.
KC right now ain't showing nothing.
But
so
going to
No.
the playoffs after the season that you started out with and finishing the way that you would be
It
finishing.
shows some heart.
if you'd like to
Absolutely.
contact Donnell for your inspirational speeches.
Hey man, I'm gonna give
He
it to
does
you.
that. But we got a caller, you
Yes,
guys.
go
So
ahead,
call,
man.
holla, Girl Chat Sports. Who are we speaking with?
Oh, is it my turn? Is it my turn to talk now?
It's your turn to talk. Who is this that we're speaking with?
Listen, Mo. Those Raiders you've been spending the last 10 minutes talking about, I'm over it. I'm tired of talking about them.
Whoa.
This is the co-host of the Off the Strip Sports Podcast calling in.
Oh, you know what, Cal?
Uh-oh.
You know what?
Where you been,
And I was just about to
This
prop
is
LSU.
Cal.
I was just about to prop LSU too.
No.
But now I forget it.
Nothing
Forget
about-
it. Forget it.
nothing
Forget
about
it.
LSU
Forget
right now.
it. Forget
It's
it.
dead for
Real
LSU
quick,
right
Forget
now.
it.
shout out to our guy Cal, all the way out there on the East Coast in VA, Delaware, wherever you're at now, one of the coasts, off the strip coast. We missed you guys. Man, we miss y'all. You
We
know,
do
Fudge,
miss you.
Fudge too
Washington,
too
DC.
busy dancing and
It's
doing
cool.
topless shows and
Whoa.
stuff.
Oh, you
Whoa.
putting this business out in the streets like that?
Put the sign
Wait,
up.
what?
Put the sign
What's
up.
going on?
Put the
It's a
sign up.
guy. It's a guy.
Cal, what's going on? What's going on, player? What?
Not too much. I just tuned in. I know it was Wednesday, and this is long overdue. So
Yes.
I first jumped on the app, and I started listening, and I kept hearing Raider this, Raider that, Raider this, and I'm just like, we're not checking for the Raiders in 2019 right now. Like the Raiders.
Well, you need to be
sweet.
checking for them in 2019 and 2020. So how about that?
Nah,
Because you didn't
man,
expect
they-
us to
they
be
not
5
even
and
doing
4
that.
right now at this point. No one did.
I don't even know y'all record. Like I haven't seen.
Well, you
y'all
know
on
it now. It's
TV.
5 and 4. You know it now. It's 5 and 4.
I'm sleeping on the Raiders.
Okay, say
Like,
what you
I'm
gotta say.
sleeping.
Say what you gotta say.
Are you on the Raven
Bro.
train
I
out
will
there?
say though, I see what you say.
I said you on the Raven
He
train
is
out
on the
there?
Raven train. So just get into it. Talk about
Oh.
Lamar.
No, I'm not on the Ravens train. They definitely do love the Ravens out here. It's definitely no. Let me tell you. Hold up, I'm going all over the place. So I know we're talking football, but the Mystics. And can you imagine me as an Aces fan having to work for the Mystics during the
That's
WNBA
tough.
finals?
That's
Nah,
tough.
Ooh, that's hectic.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's
I
hectic.
know it's tough for him.
That was hectic.
Like that pained me. Having to see Liz Cambage fall off the face of the earth and lose us the game, but that's neither here nor there. But
Better
the
hustle your butt
49ers
back
and
on
the
defense.
Seahawks last night was a pretty good game. Oh, Monday night. Was it Monday night?
Monday Night Football.
Monday night, yeah.
That was a great game.
Probably the best game of the year.
Now I'm checking for Russell Wilson now. I'm not checking for the Raiders. No one's checking for the Raiders.
Every
but Russell Wilson had a great game.
Calm down. Calm down.
It's okay.
Calm
It's
down.
okay. It's okay.
But it's okay because I'm checking
Russell
for him.
Wilson is
but
the-
Russell
is
Wilson
the
is that
MVP
dude,
in my
and
opinion,
he
man.
is the quarterback that is out of the pocket quarterback. I mean, in Rust You Trust.
Did you see him
It's
spin,
ridiculous.
hit the ground? They called it a grounding, but he
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
never touch.
No.
And he
Yeah,
went
it
on.
was like third. I put him like 3rd and 21 or
Ooh,
something stupid. Like that
man.
wasn't even a third. Yeah, that was pretty dumb.
Here's
you know
the
what?
deal, when
Derek Carr would have got sacked though.
Derek Carr would have got sacked.
Coming
He
for
probably
him.
would have.
Probably
And
would.
and the thing of it is when Russell threw a pick in the 4th and was on the sidelines and said,
Oh, here
"That's
we
okay,
go.
that's okay," and wasn't shook about it. Everybody should have known that was trouble
What?
right
No
then and there.
shook, nothing. Not
Everybody
no.
should have known that was trouble
no
right there.
crack in his voice,
He
nothing.
already knew. He already had the forward thinking to know he was going to get possession of that ball.
He said,
again.
"D, all I need is under a minute. That's it. Just give
Yeah,
me 1
like
minute."
this
That's all
guy
he needed.
knows the
Nah.
system, and it's
And
unbelievable.
I really wish I had him. I really wish I had him in fantasy that night. Like that's a fact.
So
'Cause
who-
He,
Go ahead.
Hmm?
Oh, I was just going to ask, well, who did you have as your quarterback in the fantasy? Who are you playing?
I had Jimmy G. I actually had Jimmy G that night, which
Oh.
was crazy. I had Jimmy G.
Wait, you put in
so
Russell
bad.
over Jimmy G?
That's
No,
probably
no. I didn't put Russ in over him. I woke up at 1:30 Sunday afternoon and I had no quarterback,
Oh.
so I had to
Oh, you had
scramble.
to pick.
Oh.
Got it.
Yeah, I have Jimmy G
Yeah,
on my
that-
fantasy too, and it's not a good look sometimes.
That was my life on Sunday. But no, I didn't want to I just wanted to call in and say what's up. And like I said, I kept hearing the Raiders that.
Boy,
I
that
just had to
irritated you,
Bring
huh?
everybody back down to earth. I just had to bring everybody back down to earth. That's all.
Bring it down to earth.
Cal, when you come back to
It's
visit?
I'm still in
currently
orbit.
23 degrees. It's currently 23 degrees in Washington, D.C.
God.
You know
and
what?
I'm
God.
ready to
Dang.
get
I
back
can't
to
do
Vegas.
it.
God
I can't
bless
do
you,
it.
brother. My
PG.
nipples just got
Yeah. Stay
totally
stay,
hard.
stay
March
warm.
Madness. I'm
Stay
trying to pull
warm.
back up. March Madness. Opening round of the NCAA tournament. I'm trying to be
All
back.
right,
in
we'll
Vegas.
need
So I'll
the
definitely
resurrection here in
reach out.
studio. So
Yes, indeed.
Stay
Gotcha,
warm,
but
Cal.
y'all
stay
be
warm
safe
for
out there.
us.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all
Hugs
take it
the
easy.
fam.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, I
Man,
guess that
layers like that.
rolls on
23
into our
We might as well
Monday
get
night
into the Monday night football
discussion.
thing. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
man.
it.
Best football game of the year, in my
It really
opinion.
Definitely was
thus
the best
far.
football game. And I can say
despite-
that even if we would have lost.
Sure, no doubt.
I mean, it was
either way, no doubt. I look at it like this: mistakes cost the 49ers this football game. And
From
I'm
whom?
talking
I think there was
about- and I'm
mistakes on
talking
both
about-
sides, though.
And I'm talking about I'm
Oh,
gonna
okay.
talk on mine. I know you got some points as well, but mistakes cost the 49ers this football game. Drop passes. I counted 6. I could be totally wrong about that, but that's about right. Jimmy G in the pocket, dancing, no music.
Nervous.
He was nervous. He was extremely nervous.
Nervous
Shook.
daddy. The
you know.
shook ones.
Fumbled twice. So I'm not the one for excuses. I don't live by them. I'm not with it. The game was lost. Simple and plain. You lost.
I have a question. Do you think that because George Kittles wasn't in, because I feel like you relies very heavily on George.
Sure he
if he's
does.
not there on
Sure he does.
extremely heavy.
And Breida.
It probably
And
could have
Matt Breida,
had.
but-
It probably could have had some bearing, but again, when you look at the game, we were right there. The game went to overtime,
Yeah.
so I'm not getting ready to say, "Oh, because we missed one skill spot guy or we missed another skill spot guy." Manuel Sanders wasn't there either.
Well, he got hurt early.
and he got hurt.
But that's
So-
a good skill spot.
absolutely
all
absolutely.
great
Well,
quarterback.
not only
No
a
doubt.
skill spot,
Yeah.
that's his main.
That's his-
But
that's
he's
his
one
guy.
of the top
That's his
defending
1-2
tight ends
right
in the
there.
league. Like,
No
that's
doubt.
your guy.
He's a top 2 tight
Yes,
end in the
he
league.
is.
All great
yeah.
quarterbacks have that one
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
great tight end that they Tom Brady did it with Gonzalez.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Russell hasn't had it.
He did.
He's had a multitude of tight
Yes.
ends.
Yeah.
Yes. Moose.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, it's just mistake after mistake, man. I'm not going to even get on the rookie free agent kicker. I'm not going to even get on him. It's not even.
Oh,
worth
you talking
breath.
about
and it's not.
Chase?
I
It's not
mean,
even worth breath at this
Chase.
point.
well, here's the deal. Had he missed the field goal, like it hit the upright and went out,
No, it-
okay,
it ended up in the tunnel,
It ended in
folks.
the tunnel.
Yeah.
So
Like even if this was your first NFL game and your first NFL kicks in your entire career, you would think as a professional kicker, no matter what, you're at least getting
Right.
it towards the upright.
So the end zone that they were kicking toward, the tunnel is in the back left part of the end zone. So you could tell he hooked it extremely left. It ended up in the tunnel where the players run
But
out
they
of,
move
guys.
different in the tunnel too. So
Yeah,
I
they
don't
do.
It's a little
understand
different
why.
in the
Maybe
tunnel.
he saw the black cat in the tunnel and was
It
like, get
probably
that
was.
thing out of there.
It
Maybe there was
probably
like a wind, like a wind, burst. He was just
Gust off the
banking
bay real
on,
quick.
I thought it was Ray Finkel at first.
The laces were out.
You know what it was? That was Paul Allen. That was Paul Allen blowing again.
That what it
Yikes.
was? That's the Paul Allen, man.
When it comes down to field goals, we give it to PG. Up
It's a
above.
P.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's a
mean?
P. But
Um,
Yeah.
No excuses this way. I know me and Kareem. Shout out to Kareem Miller, man. We had a little back and forth about what we thought happened in that football game, but we all came, both of us came to the consensus that hey, the game is lost. One loss, 8-1, still atop the division. Still best team in the NFC. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's
Y'all
move
got
on.
that.
Play some more football, man.
Y'all
Now
got
the
that.
season can start.
So you got Sunday with the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Oh, you can win
I
that.
feel sorry for him.
Okay. And then
'Cause they're on
and then
revenge
you
status.
guys got the Ravens. Not after that.
No.
Oh, Packers after
Packers.
that. You guys go to Green Bay for that one?
They
We
come
got
to-
they
come
coming
to
to
Santa
Levi?
Clara.
We got station.
Okay.
We
And
got
we
swap.
own the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. Okay.
You what?
We own the Green
You
Bay
own them?
Packers.
Okay.
Sure.
Devontae Adams
Sure.
is back
Dear
too, by the way. I
Aaron
just wanted to
Rodgers.
come on.
Yeah.
Who
Look it up.
says
Look it
they
up.
own you?
Especially in the playoffs.
What?
Own them. Absolutely own them.
When
Playoffs
have
in
you
the 80s?
When have you played in the playoffs
Kaepernick.
recently? Oh, Kaepernick.
Yeah, Kaepernick ran them to death.
How long Kaepernick
That was
been
when you
playing?
guys were going up
How long
against
ago was that?
the
That was yeah,
Ravens for
That
Super
was
Bowl, right?
2013.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
stop watching the History
2013.
Channel, dude. That's like
Yeah.
6 years ago.
You just asked
well,
when.
know,
You asked.
you
You
asked
asked.
when.
6 years
Don't
ago.
ask about
No,
history and then
but
get mad that we bring
6
up history.
years
Don't
ago.
ask
They don't-
about history, then
they
get
don't-
mad
I'm
when they
talking
bring up
about
history.
right
If
now.
there are any
They
other
don't-
Seahawks fans out
they
there,
don't-
feel
I
free
mean,
to call
please
in.
This is
call.
the most
yes.
historian in the NFL talking about their six rings.
They don't.
Mr.
Come on,
Historian
too
over
much.
here.
They don't fare well.
Yeah, put your
The
historian
Packers don't fare
fingers
well
down.
against the 49ers. Just
6 years ago and
no,
beyond.
just
History
period.
in general.
When they play
Can
us,
we
they don't fare
talk
well.
about a few
When we match up.
players in
Mr.
Monday Night
Historian.
Football? Numero uno, Davian Clowney.
Oh, man.
I will
Balled
once
out.
Defender of the
again
week, yeah.
Davian balled out.
thank
Absolutely.
the Texans for this one because
Absolutely.
Balled
when I tell,
out.
did anyone see the fake Wikipedia of Garoppolo, and in it says Davian Clowney's son?
Yikes.
Man,
Love it.
I missed that
I mean,
one.
it was that serious. Like
Yeah.
you could tell Garoppolo was shook
Yeah,
Yeah.
all game,
Yeah.
and, and
was.
Clowney was coming for him.
Oh, yeah.
Clowney is undeniably was the MVP of
Oh,
that game.
for sure.
absolutely.
When
Absolutely.
Houston let him go,
Their mistake.
I
Our game.
remember saying right next to you, that was a huge mistake.
Mistake.
The past couple of years, he has been the anchor of that defense. No diss to J.J. Watt at all.
Yeah.
But Seattle is getting a
got a
beast,
gym.
and he is going to prove
They got a gym.
why
And he gonna get the bag.
And Monday Night Football
he
was his
deserves
come-out
that
game.
money.
And he gonna get the
I
bag.
mean, he's had some good plays here and there, but that game,
The biggest stage.
hello, Monday Night Football.
Monday night stage.
Wouldn't you want that to be the
Yeah.
stage?
No doubt
Yeah,
about
it has
he
to be.
balled out, man.
And I'm sorry, and I apologize to Quan, Donnell. I'm not apologizing to Sherm because he's on
He's
here
in
talking
here
about,
talking
he's
a
mad
hot
because
mess.
he
Shout out
said
to Juan,
that
man.
I didn't really. He says I can't believe you didn't think I was a real 49. First of all, when the Raiders were doing their thing in 2016, y'all was at 4-12 at the end of the season. Then the following season, y'all matched us. You were 6-10 the season before last, and then this past season, you guys were 4 wins just like us.
Yeah.
And I saw not no hide or hair before I didn't know you guys of 49er Nation. Loopy Wells too. L Dubs, you
Shout
say
out
you
Luke.
in there too.
Shout out
Mr.
Luke.
Hussell, you're in there too. Swift, I didn't see none of y'all. So now I see you guys.
You ain't got to apologize to them.
Yeah, we wasted all that for this.
Well, I'm apologizing to these two because I don't want them to think
you
that.
ain't
But
gotta
Sherm is
apologize
on
to
my
these
list.
two.
There's no
Quan
need
got
to-
mangoes in his mouth. He ain't worried
Sherm's on
about
my list.
nothing.
Sherm's on my list.
Mangoes
I
in
just
this
didn't see
mouth.
no hide or
When-
hair regalia or
I'm
nothing.
a fan
Where did
of
all these
all my
49ers
teams
come from? That's all I
At
want to
all
know.
times. A fan of all of my teams at
Yeah.
all times. Win, lose, draw.
Amen.
Just-
I ain't gonna hop on no bandwagons.
Just
No time.
imagine me as a Braves fan.
Talk
Hello,
about it.
Imagine-
Talk about
Mariners.
it.
At least y'all been in the playoffs.
Come on,
Talk about it.
but imagine my hurt
Oh,
by having that good of a pitching staff that we had, Glavine, Smoltzy, Maddox,
Mm-hmm,
and all at a plethora of talent that has come through Fulton County Stadium, Turner Field, and now SunTrust.
Yeah.
One title.
I know.
One.
I get it.
Just soak it in for a second.
Not everybody can be the
I'm
Yankees.
not done with my Seahawks yet.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
So
I
we'll
ain't
circle
done.
back, and I
Yeah,
know
man.
you're not done because this is your show. This is our show, but this is your platform. Let's hear it, Seahawk Nation.
And can we also discuss the two breakouts that came as their first game with the Seahawks, being Quandre Diggs, as well as
He got a big
Josh
game.
Gordon. Maybe
couple key
not
catches for him too.
key third down catches.
third
that was good.
Quandre with the interception.
Yeah.
With the, I think he had like
Huge.
couple tackles. I mean,
pass breakups.
when it needed to count, these guys came in and
Stepped up.
stepped up in a
it's big.
point where it needed to happen.
And Russ, they trust.
They made
And
big.
Shaquille Griffin had a good game
Yeah.
too. And let me just say this: it really made me. I really wanted to wear my Sherman jersey today because I do still have my Seahawks Sherman jersey. I haven't burned it yet.
Don't do that.
Well, no. The only reason why I haven't is because there's a Super Bowl logo on it because it was the year we won.
Well, take
but
the patch off and do
it was
something with
it was funny to see
burn that.
And he's
him.
your best defensive player of all time. Stop.
Right.
Cam Chancellor. No, thank you.
Super Cam.
Hello in
Big
Cam.
hitter. Big
Yeah.
hitter.
And Cam stayed with the Seahawks, but that's not
Big
neither
hitter.
here nor there. But Sherman got out wrestled by a young Hollister,
Yeah.
and Hollister had a major catch. He also got burned, I believe, by Josh Gordon.
Burned.
Yes.
Burn.
Yeah.
Don't want to be
Yes.
burned in 2019.
Don't be burned
not
ever.
It's not a good
ever.
look.
Ever.
Yeah.
So I really respected.
Did that remind us of how Josh Gordon is Josh Gordon? Because I had him on my fantasy, and I just was hoping.
Here it is. He's not fantasy ready yet.
No, he's not.
But he definitely showed that for a team, for real life football, this is good. And
Yeah.
let's keep building on. This is only after being with the team for less than a week.
Yeah.
They sent him. They sent him on like 2 post routes, and it was just like, I'm bigger than you. Basically.
Hello.
Throw
Did
me
you
the
see him
football,
on the line?
Yeah.
You could have thought he was one of our tight ends or one of the. I mean,
He's a big guy.
He's huge.
bro. Him,
Yeah.
and, him,
You
and
know,
him and DK about the same.
I would
Yeah.
love to say this about Seattle is not enough credit goes to Seattle the way that they played as a team throughout the entire game, even when Russell Wilson threw the interception.
in the fourth.
They
Yeah.
didn't allow that to rattle them. Russell Wilson was
No.
on the sideline clapping like, hey, we got
let's
this
go.
game still.
Yeah, when
right?
he was like, "It's all good," he mouthed that like, "It's okay."
been made more about why and how the 49ers lost instead of how Seattle beat them.
Yeah, and I will say this:
Give him credit.
I give a tremendous credit to Coach Pete Carroll because when every fan, including myself, wanted Myers burned in a trash bin last weekend for missing,
Oh, that field goal, man.
he came through
Yeah,
like
he did.
no one's
needed
business
to.
on Monday. And after that game, I remember talking to my mom because my mom's in Seattle and she was watching the post game. After the games in their hometown, they had the post game talking to all the players. And mom was like, "They need to get rid of Myers." And Carroll came up and was like, "You know what? Everybody has a bad game.
And it's true.
We're sticking with them." And then guess what? Next week, what happened?
He comes through.
He comes through,
Wins
and he
the
needed to.
game.
He needed to.
definitely
he
needed
owed you
to.
guys that. Weeks after weeks after weeks, we've been dealing with this guy.
Well, I mean, he's had an occasional bad kick, yes, but to have the entire game like last one being terrible kicks, but then to come back and have this on Monday Night Football against a team that was undefeated and has been doing great, I'm not going to give them any discredit for that, but we still won.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson should be considered right now
He's the front runner.
leading front runner
yeah,
for
no
MVP.
question, no question. What is with this Lamar Jackson? Which I
I
don't
like
mind
him.
it.
I like him a lot.
I like Lamar Jackson, and
He's
his numbers are
tremendous.
phenomenal,
Yeah,
he's
like
tremendous.
outer limits.
But for 11 weeks,
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen MVP caliber from him for 11 weeks. And
Yeah.
who knows what the rest of the season should
Russ balling,
unfold.
man.
Yeah.
I want to see him play in a game of this caliber
Right.
and actually come through for his team.
Yeah.
Let's see some battle-tested type of games.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and I don't think he's
Russell Wilson,
He's battle
Did that.
battle
Yeah, tested.
tested.
He's been battle
Absolutely.
tested for the last 8 years. He's
Oh,
been
yeah.
in the league,
Literally.
So
Yeah.
I'm not.
And he
I'm
is
not concerned
probably
about
for
him.
the past 8 years been the only quarterback who is actually living up to the money that he's
Oh,
actually
I was about
getting
to just
paid.
say that.
Sure.
He's the highest paid for a reason,
Sure.
undeniably.
Name another quarterback that's getting a lot of money that's actually performing. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Nick Foles, boys,
No.
sit down.
No.
Kirk Cousins,
No.
goodbye.
Nick-
Right.
If even
Nick
not
Foles.
injured.
Not even.
Before.
No. And
just
if
saying.
you saw their QBR rankings, you'd look at it and be like, why?
And bringing that full circle. Russell Wilson probably won the best 24-hour periods of mankind this Monday night, because Monday night you win the biggest game on the stage of the season, and then the next day you're head top in a parade for the Seattle Sounders because you own a part of this team.
Right.
Well, Russell Wilson gets huge points from me for stepping up and taking care of another man's son.
There was videos today because it's bye week, so they're out hanging out. He's throwing the ball with Future. And let me tell you, Future got hands. Little boy is catching balls like, whoops.
Well, you know, when he gets to of age and writes his little report on who's my
hello,
the dad.
Ooh, that's gonna suck.
There'll be a sperm donor and then a father.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna sting just a tad bit.
But I can say this without saying too much. Future is a good dad to his son. Russell Wilson is a great stepdad.
Yes.
And so now to have two dads that actually care about you, I think it's a win-win.
It's big.
So,
it's big. But yeah, man, the Seattle Seahawks, man, they phenomenal. There's
Quan, would you like to chime in on this? I know you have mangoes going on, but is there
nothing
anything?
I can say outside of that.
All right.
I will also, there was a cute little interesting fact. I didn't even realize that WWE Raw was still in existence. I don't know. But apparently, due to Monday Night Football and this game, they lost over 2 million viewers.
Ooh, that had to hurt McMahon.
2 million viewers down due to this Monday Night Football game.
Horn and Chris was the only two that watched WWE.
Wow.
No, Vince
I thought
McMahon,
it was guys behind the computer all day.
That's right.
He's the
dark
highest paid
room.
athlete is Vince McMahon, as far as he makes the most money with that WWE.
Well, he's going to use it to fund the XFL. That's why.
Yeah, but he's got bread. Like he's the highest paid athlete.
And before we finish off, let's discuss the argument over the Geno coin toss.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's that all about?
So, and I don't know if it's kind of like that whole black dress, whatever that
the blue dress,
the blue dress, green, whatever that was, because it's kind of like that. It's like you hear the audio of Geno Smith doing the coin toss call for overtime possession, and everybody on Twitter, everybody on social media swears he says tails. The referee says okay heads, and it's heads, so we get the ball first.
Right.
Did it matter in the end though?
Yeah.
Could it have mattered?
No, it didn't.
I
didn't matter in the end.
What if the Niners got the ball first?
No, it didn't matter because they got,
I'm just saying,
got the ball
but
second.
it just seems so odd that I still can't figure it out. It sounds like he says heads, but then maybe it sounds like
that's not the first time that's happened.
I mean,
no,
it's
not
a
the
lot
first time
of
that's happened. It happened in the Super Bowl.
I mean, we've been fighting the refs. We were fighting the refs all day. Anyway.
Man, the refs were treating you guys like Raiders.
Hello.
The refs were treating you guys like the Raiders.
Terrible call.
Man, I was getting flashbacks. That thing was like Raiders stuff. I was like, my goodness.
With Kareem, and we both agreed that the Seahawks were getting slaughtered.
Oh yeah, it was bad,
and it wasn't just like your usual
some
like
questionables. It was some questionables. We'll say that.
No, there was blatant calls that were
face masks that were missed.
No doubt about it. Yeah, not the coin toss though. Nah.
So who cooked it then in this week? Was it the Dallas Cowboys for their atrocious loss?
Shout out to Bill Logan because he got a lot to
Logan.
say about my 49ers.
He is hot up.
He is hot up
with
that Sunday football night. You know it did.
At home, by the way.
First of all, if anybody saw my post, the Huskies, the football and basketball won. The Sounders win.
Yeah.
The Cowboys lost.
Yeah.
My Seahawks. I mean, it was just a great weekend.
Well, the Chiefs lost, and that did it for me. I was like, Christmas came early. The Chiefs lost, so we move up a little bit. We got a game away for AFC West, so we love that. And then the fact that the Cowboys lost too. Music to my ears.
It was beautiful.
Music to my ears. My only detriment was the Lakers lost that day, and I just kind of hurt. But,
I'm waiting for our invite to Seattle for a football game. I will be there if I get an invite. And
Where are we going?
I turns up.
You want this season? You want next season? Like
next season.
Okay.
Let's do next
Done.
season. That'll work.
Book it, Dano.
Yeah.
She can take a vacation anytime. Don't worry.
Yeah, her time is okay.
Those are weekends,
So can I.
which are free.
Her load management FMLA payments are ridiculous right now. That load management, man, I need to be over here.
I like it.
For real.
I'm just getting ready. Just getting ready.
So can we give a girl power moment real quick?
Yes.
To the Oregon Ducks women's basketball team.
And
Yo.
Sabrina.
And for beating the USA women's team.
Now, mind you, they
Yes,
were
it
down a
does-
few players.
Yes.
However, that's
However,
still a
no
great
excuse.
feat.
I'm sorry.
professionals
But these
here.
We're talking
ducks,
professionals.
and as a Husky, we don't like talking about ducks too often.
Right.
But these women ducks are throwing
Man.
it down. They are a monster.
Man.
Shout out to Taylor Bigby, man.
Oh, yes.
Lamar Bigby's daughter over at Centennial.
Okay.
Committed to the University of Oregon.
Oh,
She's
nice.
doing
And they
great
are
basketball.
slated to have the #1 draft class
Oh,
coming
yeah.
up in
It's gonna be
2021.
insane.
It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
There it is. VGK
What's the
back
score
on the board.
What's the score
2-0.
from the NBA?
2-0 Vegas Golden
Well,
Knights.
Spawn went to
let's go.
VGK.
Oh, okay.
Another goal.
Oh,
Gotta give
Oh,
it
I
to
forgot
them.
it's
Cool.
November. Everybody's got their stashes and
Oh,
beards.
okay.
No shave.
No shave. Juan's
Yeah,
still
no
on a
shave
mission with that. I
November.
wanted him to look like Santa by
No shave
December.
November. Yeah.
So who won that game against
Sam.
the Houston Rockets and Clippers?
Houston
won? Oh,
Houston
okay.
won.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But
And then
for
Golden State
Cougar-
is playing right
oh.
now.
Lakers.
Lakers.
at home.
We got that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
And then Coug did. What do we decide? Chase.
I don't care. Like I said earlier, I don't care if you're a rookie. I don't care if you just got pulled in a week ago. If you've only played kicker, and kicking is what you do, at least get close to the upright. At least
it
get
was
close.
like-
Yeah, that was just a bad.
It was
bad,
nowhere
bad
near.
kick.
It was like
Yeah.
left,
It
left,
wasn't
and
even
far
close,
left.
man.
I'm telling you, he was aiming for that black catch.
Somebody check his bank account.
Ooh,
Check
him
that
and the
locker.
refs.
Ooh,
The refs couldn't do it.
Locker.
cheese and rice. Man.
So, hey.
Man.
Check that
Oh,
locker might be a pink slip.
Talk about a
vivid.
great episode.
it was a great episode.
Shout out to our callers.
Yes, shout out to the boys.
Shout out to
coming
the
in.
guys,
Yeah,
man.
the guys,
Thanks for
the
having
men.
us.
Let me know when you need a Seahawks hat.
Thanks for
I
having
gotta-
us. I'll never ever need a.
Do we have time to go through week 11, our picks of week 11? Or no? We do?
Sure.
Our
Oh, I got
producer says we
extras
do.
for you guys.
Yeah, let's
Sweet.
just take a look.
Sweet. Let's
Pass it around.
Pass it
Take
around.
one.
Let's check.
Check.
See
Loser
what
buys
we
dinner.
got. I'm
Yes.
with that.
Boiling crab, too. We're not cheap.
We're
not cheap.
Look, I
Boiling
would
crab.
love.
I'm not talking hush
Look.
puppy.
Boiling
No
crab's
Captain,
expensive?
No Long
I
John
don't
Silver's.
think so.
For
No,
girls that
no,
like
I
a lot of
was-
cluster.
Yeah.
I was thinking like the strip house, or I want a steak.
Oh, well, I
I'm
mean,
going steak.
I can't
if
do
you're
steak.
trying to go there,
I'm going
I
steak.
can't do steak.
I'm going
mean,
steak, baby.
Vic and
Yeah.
Anthony's is right over there.
I'm going
Golden
ribeyes,
Nugget.
baby. I'm going
Urban
ribeye.
Rye,
No, herbs and rye. Herbs and rye.
Cleaver meats.
Ribeye, baby.
Stay tuned for Girl
Yeah.
Chat food.
Right. Well, they had
Yeah, I'm
cheesecake
going
on.
for
I'm
gusto.
still jealous about that cheesecake.
Listen, I'm
Yeah.
starving
Y'all
right
gotta
now.
plug that cheesecake. I need details on that.
All right, Thursday night football.
Y'all can come to the house and grill them. I buy the ribeyes, y'all grill them.
Okay.
How about that?
I don't want a ribeye.
Why?
Oh,
Yeah,
ribeye.
what-
I need a big pot, and then you can just throw all the crab legs in there. and
Okay,
just-
we could do
Make that
steak.
happen.
We could do
Let's do a
steak
surf and
and crab
Okay,
legs. No
let's make it
problem.
happen.
Yeah,
Crab
okay.
boil,
No
bam,
problem. Let's
on the
do
grill.
it.
Yep.
Let's do it.
So tomorrow we talked about this, Dre. Your team, the Steelers against the Browns.
Let's hear from Dre first.
I mean, I'm gonna go with the Steelers because they're my team,
Okay.
but I'm not gonna be surprised if Browns put hands on them. So
I'm gonna roll with the Browns just because they're at home. And
Yep.
just didn't
I'm kind of
see
going. I'm kind of
what's
doing both.
happening.
I'm with you, Mo. I'm with you.
Steelers are a hot football team
They
right
are.
now.
They
you
are.
ride
they
the hot football
are.
teams,
Let's
bro.
just see.
Okay.
Give me the
Okay.
Steelers, man.
Falcons and Panthers. Speaking of hot, Falcons
Yeah.
took.
And that was a come on. That's not that's a rivalry game. That's never gonna
I
happen.
think we
again.
all lost that game.
Yeah.
Falcons at yes, we did.
and
Falcons at
Panthers.
Panthers.
I'm going with.
Give me the home team.
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah.
with the Panthers too.
Yeah, I go with
Roll
the
that.
Panthers.
Go with the home squad.
I go with the
Alright.
Panthers.
Cowboys at Lions.
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 Lions, man.
Oh yeah, let's put Dre down.
Especially if Stafford's back.
Somebody got to keep.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's back though.
I don't know
'Cause
if they're back
They
yet
were
or
talking
not.
about like broken bones.
So we're
in
all
his
Lions?
Matt
back.
Stafford's out.
They were
isn't
talking
he?
about broken bones in his back, so I'm not certain.
I'm going Cowboys.
You gonna go to the
if
boys?
Stafford's back, give
It
me.
doesn't matter. They had a quarter. They lost to a quarterback with mono.
Right.
So I'm not.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cowboys won't win.
Wow.
So woo,
That's tragic.
Give me
I
the-
love that
I'll-
Quan's joined the
Yeah.
Cowboy hater
I'm
parade.
gonna-
I've been on it
gonna-
for my whole life.
I'm gonna be with Dre and do the Cowboys. I hate to say it. I don't like them, but I'm gonna roll with them because they gotta have some kind of a. You didn't pass the ball to Amari Cooper. I'm still tight about that. But anyway, let's move on. Jaguars and Colts. I'm Jags.
Is Brissett out?
Jags.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
still out.
Oh my
And
God.
so is
And-
T.Y. Hilton.
and- yeah, that's a tough
You
one.
can't like when
They
you're
got an
depleted
offensive
like that,
line,
you
but nothing
can't-
else.
Yeah.
Trap game.
You can't
Yeah.
you can't win like
Who are you
that,
going
bro.
with, Mel?
Jags.
Give me
Jags
the
too.
Jags, man. I think Foles is back. I think.
You going with the Jags too, Dre? You going with the Titans or the Colts?
You ain't
I'ma
going
go-
with the Colts.
They're home.
They are at home?
And even though they're depleted, sometime
All
In
right.
5,
Any
4,
given Sunday.
I'm going with the Colts.
2.
All right.
Okay.
Any given Sunday. Bills at Dolphins. That's an easy one. We're gonna roll with.
I'm gonna
these
go with
Bills.
young Josh Allen
Give me
Yeah.
the Dolphins.
Really?
to get their second win.
Magic.
Really?
Third,
Third
Okay.
win.
Give me the
Okay.
Dolphins at
Okay.
home, dog. Yeah.
Are you rolling with the Dolphins?
No, I'm going Bills.
Okay. And Mel?
Bills have zero offense to speak of.
And they
have
need
no
this
offense.
win.
Yeah.
They need this win.
They started out high. The defense,
That's why I
was
said
keeping
they're
it.
wild cards,
They
they
don't have a
lose.
run game. They can't pass. Like they
Right.
can't do anything.
Here's the deal. Fitzmagic only shows up like every other game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the Bills.
Yeah, I'm not even
Okay.
trusting him though. Really?
Texans at Ravens.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Give me the Texans, man.
Me too.
Really?
Give me the Texans.
Give me the Michael Jordan of football.
Really? Deshaun
Absolutely.
Watson and company. All right.
D-Watt.
Shout out to
Absolutely.
Natasha Gransberry. She'll like to hear that.
Of course you will.
Yeah, I'll take the Texans.
Okay. So I got Dre and Goose Texans, Mo and Mel Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Broncos at Vikings.
I'll take the Vikings.
Give me Vikings.
At
Oh,
home.
You know
Vikings
what?
at
I'm
house.
going to take them too. I'm going to roll with the Vikings too.
Vikings at the house.
Yeah.
Are the Broncos even alive this year?
Yikes.
Yeah.
They tripping.
Ooh, yeah.
They wildin'.
Oh, what are we doing, Mel?
Yeah,
Oh,
Vikings.
Vikings?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So all of us on that. And then Jets at Redskins.
I'm going Jets.
I'm going to go Redskins.
Give me the
Really?
Washington football team.
Yeah.
I'm
Let me
going
hear
Jets.
that band play loud.
I think I don't think Sam Darnold's gonna do it, but
Give me the
Never
Washington
know. I'll
football
go
Let's
for
go
them to-
Haskins. Come
Yeah.
on, make it happen.
yeah, you're gonna
Gets-
go Skins.
gets-
Chris
I'm
I'm
Thompson.
gonna go
back.
Jets. I'm gonna
Chris
go with
Thompson and Darius Geis
Okay.
should
Okay.
be. Darius Geis should be back this week. But
Yeah.
Chris Thompson's back for sure.
He actually was a streamer to pick up for this week,
Yeah.
too, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big time pass catcher out of the backfield.
Saints and Bucks.
I'm rolling with these Saints. That's my second team, honestly. You know, if I wasn't, with the Louisiana thing and
Give
connection,
me the
we're gonna go with
Buccaneers
the
at
Saints.
home.
You taking
Saints
them?
will lose 2 in a row.
Her second team behind her, Seahawks.
No, stop it, Juan. I was just trying to prove a point.
I'm going Saints.
You going
Listen,
Saints?
if you were to say that about every
Oh,
team that
man,
plays the
that's funny.
Cowboys, then I'd be a fan of every other team. I'm just saying. It just happens.
The,
What do we,
the Bucks, if y'all ever noticed, the Bucks like low key get a game from the Saints every single year, no matter how bad they are.
I will take the
It
Bucks
happens
because
You're
they're
gonna
every
take
home.
the
single
Bucks?
time, man.
Okay.
Yep.
And Saints
And I
clearly
do
have
have
been
Winston on
struggling.
my fantasy, but I just don't see it happening offensively with him. All right,
Niners,
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
I'm rolling with the Niners.
I kind of want to go Cardinals.
I'm going
Nah.
Cardinals for the upset.
Are you going for the Cardinals?
Yes, I am.
I mean, she has
I'm rolling.
a,
I'm
she has
rolling.
a, she has
I'm
a
rolling.
reason.
I'm rolling.
She
You
has
rolling
a
with the-
reason.
you rolling with the
It'll
Cards?
help-
Kyle Murray going to show out this
It'll
game.
help.
I got him on
it'll
fantasy,
help
too.
division
Should I play him?
implications.
No.
But the Cardinals are
Okay.
going to lose by
Yeah,
30.
don't play him.
The Cardinals
Not
will
in
lose
that
by
game.
30 on
Okay.
Sunday afternoon.
I don't know. He might.
They're going to lose by 30. on
They're going to
Sunday
cover.
afternoon.
I'll say that much.
So I'll say Mo, Dre, and Quan are from Niners, and Goose and
Quan don't. Anyway.
Or
Wow,
Goose, you're going
you
with
don't
Cardinals,
count.
right? Or Dre and Mel are going to be Cardinals.
Bengals of the Raiders.
I'm going
I'm going
Raiders.
the Raiders.
Gotta go Raiders.
Yeah.
Raiders
Got
for sure.
to. Patriots at the Eagles.
I'm going Patriots.
Give me the Eagles at home.
Yeah.
I'm going Patriots, man.
Here's the deal. I kind of want the Eagles to win this game because then next weekend they can lose to the Seahawks at home. I feel like if they lost to the New England
Be a
this
little
weekend, then they'd be
revenge.
a little revenge-ish
Yeah.
and come at us at home. So
Which
I'm
is
going to
the
go Eagles.
Which is the reason why the 49ers are going to beat the snot out of the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, they still got some
Well, then I'll
injuries,
go
though.
opposite and do with Dre with the Patriots. But I'm feeling like the Eagles might get froggy in this game.
Bears and Rams.
Oh, Rams.
I'm going Rams at
I'm
home.
going Rams
and
at
actually, guys, the no,
It's swapped around.
not that one.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
that one.
yeah,
Not that one.
yeah.
Never mind. Never mind.
So Dre's
Never mind.
going Rams. I'm going Rams.
Give me the Rams. The Bears stink.
Goose is
Yeah.
going
There
Rams.
was a-
Bears are
Trubisky,
horrible.
who?
They're horrible, man.
Bruce?
It
Brewski?
sucks. Rams.
And
Okay.
It's 90%.
And then this whole Monday Night Football, like,
that's
how are we going to go
crap.
from the best game to, like, the most
That's trash.
average?
It's an AFC West
AFC
thing,
West
and
matchup.
and it's very tough for me because I need both
Chiefs.
teams to lose.
I'm going Chiefs.
But Chiefs will probably win that.
Give me the Chargers at home.
Okay.
take that then.
Is it really
right.
their home?
No.
I mean,
It's Escondido.
it's not really, but give me the Chargers at the place they play their home games. How about that?
I'm picking the Chiefs.
At least
All
it'll
right.
be warm there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know.
So what period is it for the Golden Knights right now if they're up to? First period? Let's do it.
2-1.
Go Knights, go.
Go Knights, go. Let's get
And
this win.
thanks for everybody that tuned in on the chat.
Yes,
Thanks for our
thank
callers.
you.
Shout out
All
to
the
Arlington.
comments.
Shout out
Super
to
live,
Cal. The show was great. Thank you guys again so
Appreciate
much
the invite.
for coming in. Of course, of course.
Good setup, Mo. Good setup.
Yeah. Well, it's about time that you're here with them. I've been joined with these guys. You know,
I know.
and I always have
I
a
mean-
great time. So
That's how you gonna end it with the future like that,
yeah.
bro? That's how you gonna do it.
My name is Future, and my dad is.
Russell Wilson, he's
No,
the
no.
MVP.
Hey, this
All
guy, this
right.
gold,
Go
boy.
tag
I
Future.
love this track, bro.
Well,
All right,
thank you
y'all.
guys for tuning
We are
in.
done.
We'll see you next week, and peace on out.
Yes, sir.